Hello everybody, Paul here. Today I'm going to be doing a shave with a soap that was sent to me by Darren at Wickham Soaps. I'm going to be using the Wickham Soap Company Super Smooth, and this one is the Trade Spice scent. Darren was kind enough to send me a sample of the soap. He sent me this in their large tub, and this soap I think is also being passed around on the Big Shave. There's I think two of them that are being passed around, the Club Cola and I believe this Trade Spice are being passed around the Big Shave in the United States and Canada. This soap is I think pretty well known by the fellows in the shaving forums in Europe and England, and I think it's also becoming there's more awareness about the soap as well here in the United States as well. I've used this particular soap a couple of times. I also was lucky enough to receive some samples from Bruce Weber, who sent me some samples of the Huntley soap, which is made by Wickham for Bull Goose razors. Phil brought that in under his brand name, which is the Huntley name. Has been some controversy, I guess you'd say, about the size of the tubs. I guess the little tins are somewhat small. I don't have one of those tins to compare to, but I trust the opinions of the people who have commented on them, that they are smaller. Phil did lower the price of those tubs, and I think he's selling them for $11.99 now. They're exactly the same as the Wickham soaps. They're just in a different, have different labeling on them. And I've also seen on, some of the other forums like Badger and Blade and the Shade Nook, where there's some people that do like the smaller tins. So, anyways, the soap is available from a U.S. e-tailer. If you want to get them and try them, you don't have to pay for the shipping from England. You can get them from Bull Goose. And so today I'm going to go ahead and give this soap a try. I've used it a couple times and I've been pretty impressed with it. This one, the Trade Spice, to me is somewhat reminiscent of Old Spice. And I kind of like the smell. It's a little milder than Old Spice, maybe a little bit sweeter than the actual Old Spice aftershave, but it's got a nice spicy scent to it. Today I'm going to be using a straight razor. In the last few videos I've been using the double-edged razors, and I like to kind of mix it up a little bit. So today I'm going to be using a straight razor, and the straight razor I've chosen for the shave is this is a Robert Williams custom straight razor. I have used this in another video a couple years back. I don't use this razor that much. I like the razor a lot. It's just that I have it kind of packed away with some of my other fancier straight razors, and I just don't break them out that much. I tend to use my Dovo Bismarck and my Thiers Zissard modern straight razors more commonly, just because they're I have them sitting out and they're a little more easier to get at. So, but here's the Williams, a beautiful razor. It has the scales are made of giraffe bone, and it's got a real long monkey tail, and it's a pretty much a wedge, and it shaves great. Did use this a couple days ago, and it shaves as good as I remember it. So today I'm going to go ahead and use that just to kind of change things up. I'm going to be using a brush that I got from Jeff Anderson. Jeff Anderson got this brush in a trade, and he didn't really like it because it was he felt it was too big. And that brush is the Shave Mac. This is a Shave Mac bulb-shaped knot, and I've been calling this the pom-pom because it's so big. It's almost like a cheerleader's pom-pom. This is a 30mm knot, I believe, and I'm not sure what the actual knot is. If it's silver tip or if it's the Shave Mac Finest. I believe that this is a silver tip. I do have a Shave Mac Finest in my Americana brush, and this does feel softer. This is a very soft brush. It's really pretty dense, and I really like this brush. It's huge though, and I just want to give you a size comparison. So here's the Shave Mac compared to a Duke 3. So just to give you an idea, thing's monstrous. And I'll even give you an idea what here it is compared to a Chubby 3. And you know, I think you all know how big a Chubby 3 is. This thing is, you know, every bit as big, if not bigger than the Chubby 3. So that's what I'm going to be using today. And we'll go ahead and get started. Just going to wet my face, and then we'll face lather the soap out and see what the lather looks like, and we'll go ahead and do the shave. I'm just going to grab a little alum here, just to have that handy to put on my fingers. I'm going to grab my aftershave. I'll set that aside. I've got a special aftershave I want to use with this soap, so I'm going to go ahead and just shake some of the excess water out of the brush, and we'll go ahead and start loading the brush on the puck. And as you can see, the soap starts to lather up right away, and the lather that starts forming on the puck looks nice and creamy, and will give us a good 30-second loading or so. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to rinse the puck off here. So I don't get soap all over the counter, at least from that. And we'll go ahead and start. I'll wet my face one more time, and we'll go ahead and start lathering. So as you can see, there's a lot of face coverage with this brush. It is nice and soft. It doesn't have as much backbone as like the Thader or the Seville Row, but it's still pretty decent. It still feels really good. And I really enjoy using this brush. I don't know, it's just, even though it's really huge, it just feels good, and it really seems to perform nicely for me. The only downside is it's a little bit messy. I don't know if you can see little droplets of water and soap spraying everywhere. That is one of the downsides of a big brush like this. It does hold a lot of water and a lot of soap, and if you get vigorous with it, it'll start to, you can really make a little bit of a mess on your mirror and on your countertop, but that's a price I'm willing to pay. So as you can see, the Wickham soap lathers up really nicely. And I'm just going to keep adding a little bit of water to it. The water trickle here in the sink, hot water, and we'll just keep lathering this up. With the straight razor, I do like the lather to be a little more hydrated than I would with a DE. So I'm just going to kind of lather this up and get it to the consistency I like for the straight razor, and we'll see how it goes. Looking pretty good, so just kind of smooth it out, and we'll go ahead and get started here. And you can see nice thick creamy lather, and we're just going to kind of smooth this out really good, and there you go. Alright, now I'll go ahead and just put a little alum on my fingertips here, and we'll go ahead and get started. off here. We'll do pass number 2. First pass, nice and smooth. This razor is really sharp, and you really need to be careful with a big razor like this, especially when the point kind of is angled out like that. It's really easy to nick your ear. And I don't know if you can see it, but I did kind of catch the side of my ear here a little bit with the razor on my first pass. So, and that's one of the downsides of a big razor like that. If you're not using it all the time, sometimes it's easy to kind of lose track of where the end of that is, and it's easy to nick your earlobe or, you know, kind of back in here. So. Okay, I'll go for pass number 2 here. Okay, pass number 2 down, face again here. And go ahead and lather up again. For the third and final pass. All right. So for my third pass on my cheeks, I'll kind of go this way and this way on the cheeks. The second pass is really against the grain on my cheeks. And this is more of an across the grain pass on my cheeks, and then my jawline, it is against the grain. So we'll go ahead and do that. A little Allen there, get some good stretch on the skin. And then down the neck, I kind of come up at a little bit of an angle there. And as I noted in some of my other videos, because my hair on my neck goes straight out like that, I really can't get a true against the grain pass on my neck. So I just deal with that and move on. I have found that I can get against the grain on my jawline, and what I usually will do is I will pull the skin up and then I'll kind of come this way with the razor. And that seems to work pretty good. You can get it really good against the grain there on the jawline. And then here again, kind of at an oblique angle a little bit. Okay, and that's that. So I'm just going to rinse off my face here. And wipe off the rest of this residual soap. And we'll take a look at our little, it's the slightest little bit of a nick there from the end of that razor, just not watching it closely enough. Just going to put a little bit of a, I have this, usually what I use for nicks is a specific a shaving company nick stick. It's like a little roller ball thing. I'll just put a little of that on there. That'll close that up. And then, usually with the straight razor I do like to apply a little alum. And so put a little alum on there. And the alum gives you a little feedback, lets you know where you were pushing a little hard or whatnot. And actually today this feels pretty good. I don't really feel a lot of stinging anywhere, so looks like I was did pretty good, light on the touch. And with the straight razor, I never really can get totally baby butt smooth on the neck, just DFS, which is fine. Yeah, that works for me. I think, as Michael Friedberg says, there's no shave inspectors at work that are inspecting you for BBS, and there's no award that you get for BBS shave either, other than just the personal satisfaction of doing it. I envy all you guys that have hair growth that allows you to get BBS with a straight razor. Mine unfortunately does not. So for my aftershave today, I have a vintage skin bracer spice scent aftershave. And I found the other day when I used it with this soap that it paired great. So that's what I'm going to be using today. It's got a nice spicy scent, plus it's got the added benefit of having menthol like all the skin bracers do. So I'm going to get a nice healthy splash of that. You know, that does smell good, nice and spicy. And it's got a nice menthol tingle, which is great. And it pairs really well with that soap. I'm sure the Old Spice would too. I don't have Old Spice. Not a huge fan of Old Spice aftershave. But I do like this skin bracer. It's a little bit, again, kind of like the Wickham. It's a little bit sweeter, I guess, and maybe a little more powdery than the regular Old Spice. So I think that's probably why I like it a little bit better. But anyways, that's a shave with the Super Smooth soap by Wickham. This was a trade spice scent. Great soap, really easy to lather, and another great artisan soap out there. And if any of you guys want to give that a try, you can get it, at least you guys in the United States can get it at Bold Goose. They do have it there. They are smaller tins, but they've lowered the price to $11.99. And I think you can probably get these from the bigger ones, maybe from Wickham soaps. I've not looked at the website, so I don't know what exactly, or if they have a website, I don't know what exactly they have. Darren, I guess you can comment below and let the guys know if they can order it from you directly. But probably would be easier here in the States anyways, just to get it from Bull Goose. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Great soap. I'm going to enjoy that a lot. Thank you, Darren, for sending me that, and thank you, Bruce, for sending me these samples as well. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.